I think it's interesting that while the Conservative Party is so invested in defending Brexit, which no one can actually confirm has any benefits, and while the Labour Party under Keir Starmer is so reluctant to attack Brexit because it undoubtedly is going to cause discussion at the voting booths, London Mayor Sadiq Khan is quite happy to get on his high horse and say Brexit isn't working, and he's going to unveil research in the next few days suggesting that the UK economy is £140 billion smaller than it would have been if Britain had remained inside the EU. He's going to be doing this on Thursday. I think this is going to be fascinating. And, oh, on Thursday, that's today. He's going to be doing that today. And I think we need to hear. I think we need to have an open debate about the positives, if there are any, the negatives about leaving the EU, and what we should do now. The proposal he's going to say is automatically, from the fact that there are so many negatives, automatically that means we have to rejoin the single market or rejoin Europe. That doesn't necessarily follow. What it follows is that we need to make more effort to restore our relationship with Europe. But whether Europe would have us back, whether it would be on the sort of terms that would be acceptable, whether it could be done relatively fast, whether it would be efficacious, all of those are much bigger questions. The first question, which he's right to ask, is, has it been useful? Has Brexit been useful? I think Brexit probably has been useful, actually, but not to us. I think Brexit has been very useful to Europe insofar as it has focused European minds on the need for a united body. And I think even now it's not as united as it could be. But I think it's significantly better than it was when Britain was there. And Britain, while we were in Europe, we were so distracted by Farage's movement that we were not contributing greatly to Europe while we were there, certainly not in the last 20 years. And that's a great shame. We had a great deal to offer, and I think we still have a great deal to offer Europe, whether we are inside or outside Europe. Now, I think probably there is an argument for saying there should be an outer ring of Europe, and that outer ring should comprise countries like Ukraine, like probably Britain, like the other countries that are seeking membership, Serbia, Albania, and so on. Some of these countries should then automatically be part of Europe itself, but some of these countries maybe should remain permanently on an outer ring, like the rings of some majestic planet. But the mayor of the mayor of London is absolutely right, and the documents that he's drawing on, Cambridge econometrics, estimated that the city's economy is £30 billion smaller than it would have been. The Cambridge report looks at the economic damage that will continue if the UK remains outside the single market, and so on. And the Institute of Economic and Social Research estimated the negative impact of Brexit at 5 to 6% of gross domestic product by 2035. The Cambridge report also talks about the extraordinary hit that we are taking because of this ideological break with Europe. But as I say, the break has been taken. We now need to work out if and how we should find a way to restore our relationship. But that relationship should be restored in some form. And pussyfooting on about migration is absurd, and trying to deal with migration particularly on our own is absurd.